Shalom, shalom. This is Jasline Berry, and I'm here with another video. Today I was watching a video that popped up on YouTube, and it was about gays, witches, yoga instructors, and stuff like that. And it really caught my attention. And so there was one sister, and her name is Nayla Rose. And she's a Christian now, but she's an ex-blood witch and yoga instructor. And so I wrote a lot of notes from her interview that I want to share because some things stood out to me. She said her mother was a Reiki or is a Reiki practitioner, and that even as a new ager, she always felt suicidal and depressed, even with the things she was doing to get what she wanted. And so in the interview, she spoke about this was her way of life. She came from a family of witches. She had, that I thought I never heard of the Bible and all of that. That wasn't taught around her. And so this was her way of life since she was a child. And so she spoke on how a woman's womb is a portal because that's where life comes out of. And so that makes sense. But the new age, they call it womb work or womb wisdom, the things that they do from the womb. And so she would take her menstrual blood and cover her body with it. She would anoint her house with her blood, anoint pages with blood, or dry blood into little discs and burn them on an altar to make sacrifices to idols, to pagan deities, especially the Hindu ones. She would get whatever she prayed for because she said the power is in the blood. We as believers know that already, that the power is in the blood. That's why the Most High said not to eat anything with the blood still in it, to cook it all the way through because the life is in the blood. And that's how with Cain and Abel's, he cried out to the Most High. And so, not only that, but she did love spells. She grew up in a culture worshiping creation and worshiping self. Very similar to what we're dealing with now in the days of Noah. And a scripture came to mind that I'm going to grab my Bible and look at. Romans 1:25. You can go there as well, where it says, who changed the truth of Yah into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. So that's speaking about when we put other things that the Most High created before him and make those things our gods. How dare we, right? And so one thing people have to understand is that even if you don't believe in the Most High, we're naturally worshipers and we're naturally always looking for something to serve. And so if it's not the Most High, you're going to serve Hasatan, the devil, or you're going to worship something. Because we need relationship. And we need intimacy. And so another chapter or book that came to mind was 2 Timothy 3:2-5, which I'll let you read on your own. That's speaking on, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. It talks about being proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. The list just goes on. And so look at that list and make sure that you don't see yourself. Because just like we put these things on, we can take them off. And so look that up and see the rest of that scripture. And again, that's Romans 1 chapter 1, verse 25, and 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 2 through 5. Some other things that Ms. Rose spoke about was she could manifest anything she wanted with the blood spells. But she said the devil will give you whatever you want, but you pay with your soul. We hear that in the music industry all the time, that they sold their soul to the devil. Another sis on there spoke about full moons was always about releasing, and they're released by using blood or by using fire, burning sacrifices. And so we know that the adversary or the devil is a counterfeit, and he always mocks. He's a copycat to the Most High, but they're not equal. And Yah had us in the past, the ancestors, do sacrifices because of sin. And so we see them mimicking those things. We also know that there's certain groups that use children's blood because they're innocent and pure. This makes me think about the saying that I've been hearing for years, especially when people hear that I have Louisiana roots. He'll be like, you can't make my spaghettis. Why? Because we've always heard about women putting their blood, their period blood, in spaghettis to put a spell on a man. And so I wouldn't be surprised if that's connected to blood witches. Just putting that out there. The sis, Miss Rose, stated that her first sacrifice to the devil was at 19 years old when she had an abortion. So reiterated that abortions are used for witchcraft. Something else that sounded familiar to me reminded me of a song, and it made me think, I'm going to say the quote. I won't say the artist, but the quote is, plugged my Mincy with the pages from the holy book. This is one of those things where you have to know in order to know. You have to already understand different beliefs, and so you have to be in the know to know. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. And so if you go to the sis page, also speaks about the yoga practices that she used to do, and she's opening people's eyes to things that you wouldn't know about unless you were in the in crowd at one point, a part of that. Also check out Royal Roots. If I can, I'm going to put the link down below, because she also speaks about a message about dying that's really important. I will put the link, and it will bless you like it blessed me, and it would open your eyes to some more things pertaining to how we should be preparing ourselves for the Most High's return through his son, Yahusha, or Yahweh, that's coming back for his bride. Until next time, shalom. And if you have any comments, put them down at the bottom and I will read them. Much love.